Hello and welcome to another part of this chapter graph theory. In this part we shall discuss about bipartite graph. First we write the definition of bipartite graph. A graph G is called bipartite graph if V can be written as V equal to V1 union V2 where a vertex of V1 can be connected to a vertex of V2 but no two vertices of V1 are connected. Also no two vertices of V2 are connected. So let us explain this. Suppose we have a given graph G and the graph contains a number of vertices. Now we shall write the set of vertices as union of two subsets containing the vertices. Just suppose that these 4 vertices belongs to V1 and these 5 vertices belongs to V2. So suppose all these vertices are vertices of the graph G. Now we have written the vertices of G as union of two subsets. In the first subset we have 4 vertices and in the second subset suppose we have 5 number of vertices. Now this graph is called a bipartite graph if no two vertices of V1 are connected. That means there must not exist any edge between any two vertices of V1. Similarly, there must not exist any edge between any two vertices of V2. But there may be an edge between a vertex of V1 and a vertex of V2. So suppose if this be a bipartite graph, then this vertex of V1 may be connected to a vertex of V2. Similarly, this vertex V may be connected to another vertex of V2. If we consider this vertex may be connected to a vertex of V2. Again, suppose this one is connected to this vertex. Similarly, suppose this is connected to this vertex and this vertex is connected to this vertex. So any vertex of V1 may be connected to a vertex of V2 but no two vertices of V1 are connected and no two vertices of V2 are connected. So there must not exist any edge between any two vertices of V1 and also there must not exist any edge between any two vertices of V2. Then this type of graph is called bipartite graph. This is an example of bipartite graph. Next we define complete bipartite graph. Now it is given that a bipartite graph which is complete is called a complete bipartite graph. Now we have already considered bipartite graph. Now look, this graph is not complete. If this bipartite graph is complete, then this graph will be called complete bipartite graph. We know that a graph is complete if every vertex of the graph is connected to all the remaining vertices. Now from this graph we find that this vertex is not connected to this vertex. Again, this vertex is not connected to this vertex. This vertex is not connected to this vertex. Similarly, consider the second vertex of V1. This vertex is not connected to this vertex, etc. So this is a bipartite graph, but this is not complete. Now if we connect all the vertices of V1 to all the vertices of V2, then this bipartite graph will be called a complete bipartite graph. Now we just give one example of complete bipartite graph. If we consider this graph with 5 vertices, now we find that this is a bipartite graph because the 5 vertices can be divided into 2 subsets. In the first subset we have 3 vertices and in the second subset we have 2 vertices, such that all the vertices of V1 are connected to all the vertices of V2 but no two vertices of V1 are connected, and similarly no two vertices of V2 are connected. So this is an example of complete bipartite graph. Now this bipartite graph contains 3 plus 2 5 vertices. So this type of complete bipartite graph is denoted by K 3, 2. If we find a complete bipartite graph having n plus n number of vertices such that the subset V1 contains m number of vertices and the subset n contains n number of vertices, then that complete bipartite graph will be denoted by Km, n. Now let us find the number of edges in a complete bipartite graph Kmn. Now it can be easily proved that the number of edges in a complete bipartite graph Kmn is m into n. So you must remember this formula. If we consider this bipartite graph K32 the complete bipartite graph, then by the formula this graph must contain 3 into 2, that means 6 number of edges. Now we can easily find that this graph contains 3 into 2, that is 6 number of edges. Next we consider one theorem. It states that a complete graph with n vertices has n into n minus 1 by 2 number of edges. In the previous part we have proved one theorem that the maximum number of edges in a simple graph with n vertices is n into n minus 1 by 2. So this is actually the same problem. We know that a complete graph is that graph where each pair of vertices are connected by exactly one edge. Now we shall prove this theorem by an alternative method. We know that a complete graph with n vertices is denoted by Kn. So we shall find the number of edges in this graph Kn. So n is the number of vertices and we know that the graph is complete. So if we consider this vertex, suppose V1 is a vertex. If the graph is complete, then this vertex V1 is connected to all the remaining vertices. So this V1 is connected to V2, V3, V4 up to Vn. So there are actually n minus 1 number of edges which are incident to this vertex V1, because V1 and V2 are connected by an edge, V1 and V3 are connected by an edge. Similarly, V1 and Vn are connected by an edge. So there are actually exactly n minus 1 number of edges which are incident to this vertex V1. Similarly, if we consider another vertex V2, then by the same logic we can conclude that there are exactly n minus 1 number of edges which are incident to this vertex V2. So the degree of this vertex V1 is n minus 1. Similarly, the degree of this vertex V2 is n minus 1. Similarly, we can prove that the degree of any vertex of this graph Kn is n minus 1. In an alternative way, we can prove that if a graph is complete, then we know that the graph is regular. So each vertex of Kn has same degree. Therefore, the degree of each vertex of Kn is same, which is n minus 1. So the sum of the degrees, so summation of dvi, that means sum of the degrees of the vertices, this will be equal to n minus 1 multiplied by n, because there are exactly n number of vertices, each having the degree n minus 1. So sum of the degrees of the vertices of the graph is n into n minus 1. And we know from the handshaking theorem that 2 times number of edges, this will be equal to sum of the degrees of the vertices, which is n into n minus 1. From here we easily find that number of edges of this graph is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. That completes the theorem. We consider one more theorem here. that is a bipartite graph with n vertices has at most n square by 4 number of edges. So we shall prove this theorem. So suppose we have a bipartite graph G which has n number of vertices. We know that in a bipartite graph, the set of vertices V can be written as the sum of or the union of two subsets V1 and V2. Again, we know that a bipartite graph contains maximum number of edges if this is a complete bipartite graph. So the maximum number of edges in a bipartite graph having n vertices such that in the block 1 we have x number of vertices and in the second block we have n minus x number of vertices. We know this formula. The maximum number of edges or the number of edges in a complete bipartite graph is x into n minus x. We shall find the maximum number of edges in a bipartite graph. That means we have to find the maximum value of this function fx with respect to x. Here we shall assume x as variable. We know from the calculus that to find the maximum value of fx we need to differentiate this f dash x. It will be n minus 2x. If we differentiate this with respect to x, we shall get n minus 2x. If we differentiate again, we shall get minus 2, which is always negative. Now to find the maximum value, we first need to find the point where the function fx is maximum. For that we take f dash x equal to 0. From here we find that x equal to n by 2. So at the point x equal to n by 2, it has maximum because the double derivative is negative. So if x is n by 2, then we have fx equal to n by 2 into n minus n by 2, which is n square by 4. So here we find that the maximum number of edges in a bipartite graph with n vertices is fx equal to n square by 4. Now two cases may arise. If n is an even number, then this is an integer. So this theorem states that if the number of vertices are even, then we shall break the number of vertices into two subsets having the equal number of vertices. Then if we connect all the vertices of the bipartite graph, then it will have n square by 4 number of edges or maximum number of edges. So this theorem gives us a clue about how to break the set of vertices into two parts such that we get maximum number of edges. Now what will happen if the number of vertices of the bipartite graph n which is odd? If n is odd number, then n square by 4 is no longer an integer. So in this case the question is how to break the vertices v into two parts such that we get maximum number of edges. So if n is odd, then x equal to n by 2, which is not an integer. But we know that to get the maximum number of edges, we have to break the set of vertices into two equal parts. Now in this case, we shall find the two nearest integers of n by 2. We know that if n is an odd number, then the two integers which are nearest to n by 2, these are n plus 1 by 2 and n minus 1 by 2. So in this case, we shall break the set of vertices n into two equal parts. In the first part, we have n plus 1 by 2 number of vertices, and in the second part, we have n minus 1 by 2 number of vertices, such that if we add these two, we have n. So if we break the set of vertices v into two subsets, such that v1 contains n plus 1 by 2 number of vertices and v2 contains n minus 1 by 2 number of vertices, then the number of edges will be n plus 1 by 2 into n minus 1 by 2, which is n square minus 1 by 4, and this is strictly less than n square by 4. Now if n is odd, then n square by 4 is no longer an integer, but we shall find the integer which is less than n square by 4 and nearest to this number. you can easily check that the integer which is nearest to this number and which is less than this number is n square minus 1 by 4. So that completes the theorem that for a bipartite graph with n vertices, the number of edges must be less equal to n square by 4. This is the maximum number of edges the bipartite graph may have. If the number of vertices n is even, then it has n square by 4 number of edges, because in this case it is an integer. But if n is odd, then the graph contains maximum n square minus 1 by 4 number of edges, because in this case n square by 4 is not an integer. So the theorem may be stated like that: a bipartite graph with n vertices has at most the integer value of n square by 4 number of edges. Actually, this means if this is an integer, then it is n square by 4, but if this is a fraction value, it takes the nearest integer which is less than this number. So that completes the theorem. With this we complete this part. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.